The battle took place near the Second River, Watsessing Creek area in Essex County, New Jersey. The American forces, led by Colonel Elias Dayton, were able to repel the British attack and force them to retreat. The skirmish was part of a series of engagements in the area aimed at disrupting British supply lines and communication. While the Queen's Rangers made up operating behind enemy lines as a somewhat clandestine vanguard, gathering intelligence for an invasion of Nova Caesarea. Sir Henry Clinton intended this new campaign for when he returned from the Southern Theater. The timing of this invasion would be lost in translation, and Hessian-Gen Kniphausen, left in New York to watch over the Northern British Army, would disastrously launch this campaign early before. Clinton's return. See our last invasion series link in description. The Essex Militia under Dayton by this time were seasoned fighters seeing action along the front line the past 5 years. While the Queen's Rangers made up of Loyalists, liberated Africans, and colonial outlaws seeking a new start were by this point frightfully effective as an independent light infantry unit. Trained by the infamous Simcoe, the Queen's Rangers would raid and attack the rebels when never advantageous. These two warriors, journeymen of the conflict, serving since the early days of the war, would meet head-to-head at Watsessing Creek in today's Bloomfield, New Jersey. This for the first of several times during the last invasion of New Jersey in 1780. This first action, but a small skirmish, seemed to be merely a happenstance of the units wandering upon each other. The Essex County militia combing to counter raids, while Lieutenant Colonel John Graves Simcoe and company were gathering recon on the troop movements and strength of the rebel forces. A sharp fight would ensue and Dayton would put the Loyalists and Simcoe to flight. With no list of casualties or further descriptions of the happenings of the skirmish, we can only speculate on how the action unfolded. However, knowing the location, the general orders to the commanders, the nature of the units involved and result, I would propose a likely scenario. The Watsessing Creek area in 1780 was an ideal place for the Essex Militia to camp, whether for a night or to run operations to root out enemy raiders in northern Essex County. The spot was also an ideal place for a British raiding party to camp for a night, as well, with multiple sources of fresh water, forest cover, close to but isolated enough from the settlements at Second River to hide. That said, the battle being upon Loyalist camp at Watsessing is unlikely, as we do know from the sources that it was a British attack that was repulsed. Of course, a number of reasons, including blind chance, could have led to this being an unexpected action. If we take Lieutenant Colonel Simcoe's overall record and tactical acumen into account, I believe it is likely since Simcoe attacked, he was aware of Dayton first and fell upon the Essex militia purposely, believing it advantageous. What would be more so than attacking a waking or settled camp? Alas, this is just a thought, take it with a grain of salt. The victory at Second River was a morale booster for the American forces and demonstrated the effectiveness of local militia in resisting British incursions.